tell you funny fortunes. My name is Natalie. You have to excuse me, I'm coming down with a cold. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here to do the general mid-month reading for the sign of Libra for February 2017. That's a mid-month reading. Oops. For those of you that don't understand what a general reading is, it's all the general readings on YouTube for us tarot readers. These are free. They're general. There'll be thousands of people watching this video. And for some, this will hit home and resonate on a personal level. Some of it will, some of it won't. So please don't message me and say, you know, I didn't know what that meant. None of that made any sense to me at all. That doesn't sound like anything in my life. If you want that, then you would require personal reading from me. And I do offer that service. Information for that is found down below this video window in the description and in the more area. Please read through that once so you get a feel for how it works. And then send me off a email. My personal email address is right there, so please use it to contact me. Messages for Libra, please. Messages. Universe. Spirit guides. Messages for mid-month February for the sign of Libra. For the sign of Libra. That wasn't a very good one. Hold on, guys. Talking to myself. Don't say I can't hear you, because I'm talking to myself. The sign of Libra, mid-month general reading for February. I got this cold coming on, it's awful, so if I have a sneezing fit in the middle of the video, you'll have to pardon me, that's all. Because I feel like I'm going to go right off on a sneezing fit here in a minute. Here, alright, this is it. These are your cards, Libra. First card the tarot's brought to your attention is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's all about your potential. This is your overall energy. The second card tarot has brought forth is the Star. She's all about hope, and she's landed in your finances and wealth sector. Third card is your hearth and home, anything to do with the people in your life and love. It's the Two of Pentacles, all about options. The fourth card in your challenges for the month of mid-February, the Seven of Wands, is all about endurance. Fifth and final card, a message from Spirit, Five of Wands, competition. When I've exhausted the meanings and messages of these cards, I'll pull one significator for the overall reading at the end of this spread. All right, let's get right to it. Seven of Pentacles, all about potential. So the keywords for this card are money, perseverance, dedication, work, investment, time, and success. The advice of this card is do not, at this time, doubt your own abilities. At the feeling I'm hearing that somebody's going to try to plant some self-doubt within yourself, within your own confidence. Don't listen to them. Don't pay attention. I'm hearing keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and block the rest out. If you keep on the track you're on right now, for those of you that are on a track of some kind, looking for progress and success in a project of anything at all, from personal relationships right on through to work and whatnot, keep going, don't stop. There's much to be gained when the Seven appears. It shows dedication is paying off for you, and you can see the rewards that you seek. You can see the potential for success is coming. And it might mean a little bit more hard work and a little bit more sacrifice. But in the end, the extra work, the extra blood, sweat, and tears will be well worthwhile for you. Okay. Just watch out for other people. Jealousy, trying to plant a hindrance there to hinder your progress. Okay. Second card, your finances and your wealth, is the Star, and it's all about hope. It is about hope. Excuse me. The Star is a symbol of hope. Your intuitiveness right now, Libra, is going to come to the surface. There are going to be lessons learned, and these lessons are learned from hardship and from heartache. With these lessons, some of them are mistakes that you've made you're never ever going to make again. Some of them have taught you about human nature and life itself, and how it can seem to dole things out or move us in certain ways, that if we don't keep a certain amount of responsibility for ourselves and a certain amount of control of the reins, we can allow destiny and whatnot to guide us and lead us. But we have to take at this time, in this situation, a little bit more responsibility. Don't lean 150% on happenstance or chance. Not at this time. This card is here to show, after the hardships and the heartache, that you're starting to gain hope again. This is for some of you. Remember, this is a general reading. And you need to trust the protection from the universe. You may stumble, you may fall, but you will get back up again. The universe is there to kind of guide you that way. The Star also is here to guide you to happier times, revealing growth. The Star is here to tell you, despite your doubts that have been placed, somebody else has placed in your mind. Mind games is what I'm hearing, to stumble you up, to make you fall, coming from a very cold, cruel place in a person as well. But the Star is here to go tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. Listen up. You are on the path. You're on the right path for success right now. And all is going to be fine. Absolutely fine. As far as money goes, your bank account, your job, your savings account, your earning power, it's going to grow. Everything's going to be fine. Some of you might have a little bit of self-doubt when it comes to your job. There's going to be some improvements in that area as well. Maybe moving up the ladder a little bit, or a different position within the company, or maybe a whole brand new job altogether. The advice of this card is to follow your heart, respect your inner knowing, trust the universe will bring you what you need as you need it. The universe always has the tools there, and they're rent-free. You don't have to pay for them. And in any emotional way or spiritual way or anything along those lines, there's always tools there. We just have to scrummage around in the toolbox to find what it is we need that's going to work for us. The keywords for this are dreams and intuition, healing, rebirth, and wishes are coming true for those of you that have wishes for a better financial future, looking at long-term. Some of you are seriously considering long-term. You're getting up there. You're not 19 anymore. Some of you that are in like your 30s, in your 40s, it's never too late to prepare for the future. So you may have to do a little bit of catching up there. Just watch out for other people. That's been prominent in the first two cards, the first one and this one. That there's always going to be somebody that's going to want to hold you back because they're miserable. Misery loves company. Misery doesn't like to sit alone. It likes to take everybody else down around with them. Ignore that. Put a wall up. You could humor them. Don't take them seriously. Like water off a duck's back. Third card. Two of Pentacles. It's all about options. And I've seen that in your financial sector as well. And this is a Pentacle, so it does deal with finances and wealth. Money in general. The keywords are choices and property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. The advice of the card is for you to pay attention to the details of any financial agreements or any offers at this time. We'll look for the long-term benefits rather than the short-term gain. So you were looking at the bigger picture, and I'm a bigger picture person. I will suffer through hell and high water. um, to wring the most out of a situation in the bigger picture. I'll walk through fire, metaphorically speaking, to reap the benefits of the bigger picture. I will sacrifice, suffer, and do without now to move ahead and have the big payoff in the end. The two actually, it also shows several decisions are underway, and I'm hearing behind the scenes for people within a family structure, people within a family structure at work. Um, there's things going on behind the scenes that you're going to be affected by. It hasn't been brought to your attention or laid out on the table for everybody to deal with, but there's going to be some changes coming up for some of you. You're going to be given some options. You're going to have to mull over these. This is not, somebody's going to lay some options at your feet, and you're going to need the time to think about it. You will be given grace time, a certain period of time, to think about the changes that are being placed upon you, but they're giving you several options. I see this in the place of work, is what I see. And for some of you, you've been with the company long enough that you're afforded some choices, and they're leaving it at your doorstep, at your feet, telling you, do you want to transfer into this other apartment? Do you want to transfer across town? This will be maybe a little closer to home for you. Maybe not necessarily more money, but a newer position. It will revive and refresh the job that you're doing now, especially if you've been at it a long, long time and you're due for change. Now's the time you may want to grab that opportunity. Some of you as well could be traveling for study, looking for a potential new home. If you're not careful, personal finances can become drained at this time, and you may have to struggle to make the books balance at the end of the month. Not a really bad card, but there's a move coming up. I had this earlier for one of the signs, a job related, and I'm feeling that I'm hearing it again. Somebody, remember, general reading, okay? It's not going to apply to everybody. But somebody is seriously thinking about traveling for work that's going to take you away from home. And you'll be gone more than you're home. You'll be doing the commuting back and forth, but not on a daily basis. This will be like a monthly basis. Or maybe if you're really lucky, a weekend basis. You'll come home every weekend. Your family's not real happy about it. So you're looking at how you're going to cut cost. How are you going to make this pay for you? So you're going to be actually like looking for a place to live, so a new home for you. And you're thinking down the road, I can bring the family up here. The weekends I can't get home. This is causing a bit of a wave within the waters. It's not going to be a smooth transition for you. And it's going to cost money to get yourself started. Somewhere else, you have to invest a bit of your money, your emotional wealth as well, your peace and harmony at home. But you're doing this for the family. If you can get everybody on board with you to get that support that you're going to need. Everybody just be patient with you to see how this is going to pan out. You are at a standstill where you're at right now in your job, in your life, and you don't want to succumb to that. You don't want to be a slave to that. You're looking for fresh, new, invigorating, exciting, and more money. The bottom line, to benefit your home life, to benefit the family. You could be taking on a second job as well that takes you away from home. Maybe you're going to be gone every weekend, and the reason you're doing this is so you can be in a position in a short while, after a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, to buy your own home for the family. Some of you are renting a home, some are in an apartment with children as well. So you want to bring your children up in their own home, their own backyard. You want ownership. You want to be, some of you, that's a driving force. The fourth card, your challenges for the mid-month February is the Seven of Wands. The Wands are all about practical things, as your jobs, your home, your car, your bank account, these kind of things. Seven of Wands all about endurance. Oh, I'm going to sneeze yet. The keywords for this card, for the Seven of Wands, is defense, resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. The advice of this card is to make sure that you say your words loud and clear. Any communications going on at all this month. Loud, clear, strong. Some of you may have to take the higher moral ground at this time. And some of you are going to have to dig down for the endurance you're going to need for something that you're about to go through. And you're going to have to pull some courage up as well. Some of you are making big changes in your life and you're afraid of it. Although you know that it needs to be done. You know this is something that you can't squirrel out of. It's time. It is time. And you're afraid. You are. Because you don't like this kind of change. You feel you don't adapt. But it's more fear-driven. And unfounded fear-driven. That you're afraid and you don't even know why you're afraid. It's just the whole idea of big changes. Because you're thinking, I kind of like where I'm at right now in my life. I kind of like my job. I like where I live. But the writing's on the wall that this is going to be the pinnacle of your life and your career. And within your family, if you don't make a change right now, this is it. This is the high point. That's as far as it goes. You've got to get off that ride and you've got to catch another train. A faster one. A sharper one. These are metaphors. Yeah, and you're afraid of things happening too fast. You're afraid of the speed. And you know there's going to be fallout. And that major changes are going to take place. In a lot of ways, the most personal ways that changes can bring about. That means new friends, new coworkers, new home, new neighborhood. Huge changes, and you're very nervous about it. But it is something that needs to be done. So you're going to face your courage. I feel that for some of you, and you're gonna suck it up, and you're gonna say, okay, this is it. You know what? It's going to turn out better than what you think it's going to turn out. It's going to come with a lot more ease than what you're anticipating as well. You stick to it, and you will get the results you need. Tarot says so. You may have to fight for some of your relationships at this time. This is for the rest of you. Not everybody, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a group of you that find yourself standing your ground and fighting for a relationship without risking your integrity. Someone's in a relationship and it's not good for them. Your integrity is already a question. Some people are thinking, if you stay in that situation, what kind of a person does that say that you are? And people are judgmental. They always are. They put their 2 cents in where it's not wanted. This kind of a thing. You almost feel at times you're fighting a battle that you're not going to win. But you will not risk your integrity over everything else. You need to tell people to back off and mind their own business is what you need to do. You also may be defending somebody else at this time that isn't there to defend themselves or speak up for themselves. Or you could be speaking on behalf of a group, of a community project. Going for support to raise funds, to raise a building, to raise a community. There's a band of you together, and you need to approach something like council to get some things approved and to get their support as well. So that's there as well. So there's your challenges. Okay, so your last card, message from Spirit, 5 of Wands, all about competition. Excuse me. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. I already passed. Like a labor pain. The keywords for the Five of Wands, and it's about completion. The keywords are posturing, ego, pride. There'll be some debates, some tests, unwanted opinions, communications overload, too much coming at you too quick. For those of you that are afraid of change, you need to slow down and take it one step at a time. You can't, they say, Rome wasn't built overnight. No, it wasn't. And neither is your life built overnight. It comes in phases and steps and graduations, and as you graduate toward different levels, and it takes some getting used to. Some of you are going to be, finding yourself in a whole new class and station in your life, and that's going to take some getting used to, and you'll be looking around, and you'll be saying, wow, is this who we are now? I never dreamt. And all the hard work, you've worked really, 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 some of you worked like ridiculously hard, and you had everything going against you. It just seemed like Murphy's Law was always hovering over your head. And Murphy's up there saying anything that can go wrong, well, is going to go wrong today. And today was every day. There was always something that was in your way. But you learned a lot about yourself, and you learned about your courage and how strong you really are, even in the face of your fears. The face of fear, the fear of change. You're going to come out, patting yourself on the back a little bit. The advice of this card is there are going to be moments where you're going to need to be a bit of an observer. You can only spread yourself so far. You can't spread yourself too thin. So you're going to become an observer and be very quiet. And you're going to look to see who's going to need your help, your expertise, your professional help. You will apply that where you feel that it's needed the most. There's going to be great gratitude expressed towards you for this as well. You can't try to heal everybody or help everybody, so don't even try. Focus on yourself as well at this time. Don't let your guard down and leave yourself open to negative influences. Always keep your guard up. Get your armor on before you grab your sword and your shield to make sure you're protected first, because if you get taken down, then nobody's going to get anywhere and nobody's going to get any help. This is also a card of competitions, tests, being overwhelmed by others' opinions, as I said. In this card also, it can show that in some families, it can show some very demanding children. And you have to fight to be heard over the children. Communications are very busy right now. And don't get pulled into too many directions at once. I see it could spell some household accidents. Be very, very careful. Get control of the children. Come up with some new inventive ways. Spirit is saying, keep them all under one room. Show them who's the boss. Say, I'm the mama and you're not. I'm bigger than you are and you're little. Therefore, I'm the boss. You're not. Children are going to try your patience a little bit more than they normally would. But you have to stand your ground, as cute as they are, and as much as you love them, because this is for their own benefit. For the person that's looking at working away, the kids are going to put up a bit of a stink. The parent that's left behind, holding down the family and the home, is going to have their hands full with the children. The children are not liking this change. Some of them are liking it a bit too much. Well, if it's dad that's gone and he's only coming home on the weekend, his dad's always been the disciplinarian. Therefore, some of the kids are going, I love you, Dad, but yahoo, I'm going to get away with flipping murder while you're gone because Mom always lets me have my way. This is great. There's going to be some of that going on. It's almost humorous. Anyway, that's that. Now, let's get into your significator. Interesting reading, Libra. The hanging on The preface of change. You're so close. You are so, so close. And it's a difficult time for you as well. We have one significator for this overall 5-card spread for the sign of Libra for this mid-month general reading for 2017. One significator for this 5-card spread, please. Anything that didn't come up that needs to come up brought to your attention will show up in this card, the significator, or anything that's already been shown in the spread but needs to be emphasized will come forward as well. Significator, please. All right. This is your card. This is your significator, Libra. Oh, strength. She's a beauty. And my little book. Major Arcana. There she is. She's upright as well. She did not come up reversed. There we go. There we go, Libra. This card represents spiritual or physical strength. And at the end of the day, triumph. You are going to win. So any challenges coming up, especially those bad ones, they're not bad. They're very difficult and they're very hard. And you're going to come out. Don't let your fears overwhelm you. Everything will work out in the end. You're on the right path. You're making the right choices. You're being very courageous because you're facing some fears. Your fears of change. And you're going with your intuition. And you're going, I'm really scared of moving. I'm scared of leaving my family. But this job is just, this opportunity is just too good to pass up. And I just can't pass it up. You'll be successful in the end. The children will get used to, for those of you that have children, will get used to the changes in the household. They will adapt. Your partner, your better half as well, will adapt to the changes as well. They'll see that where you were going with this very, very soon, and they'll be on board with you, and you'll have the support that you need. So Libra, that was your reading for mid-February. Come back at the 1st of March. I'm doing things a little differently. Going to change things up a bit. I am going to do the regular monthly readings that I always do for the 1st of March. But a week after that, after they've been posted, I'm going to start doing weekly readings. So we can watch as the month of March unfolds. If that works out pretty well for me, I'll continue to do that for a few months and see how you guys all like that. The other thing is, too, I am going to be doing some live streaming on Bay of Fundy Fortunes on the Facebook group page. And I haven't picked a day yet or time, but I will. But we're just going to have a little bit of lighthearted fun. I'm going to be bringing a pendulum to play for you guys. So I'll be live streaming. So you'll get to ask yes or no questions and answer questions for the pendulum. And they'll be relayed. You'll be able to see and view whether you get a yay or a nay to your questions. I just thought that might be something fun to do. So please join us on Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook. You can also find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Twitter, Blogspot, and Google. Yes. And Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook as well. So pretty much all of those things. I'm not on Instagram because I don't have a cell phone, and you kind of need a portable device for that. I'm working on it, and maybe down the road a bit. I wish we had an Instagram icon to share with, but we don't. Not on laptops and desktops and that kind of a thing. So I want to thank you all my subscribers. Thank you so much for standing by me and sticking it out, even though I'm a little late again this month with these. Very sorry about that. Thank you for all your likes as well and your shares. And anybody that's new to YouTube, all subscriptions are free. Little red subscribe button beneath this video window. Please click it and you'll be notified anytime we post any new videos here from Bay of Funny Fortunes, and that way you don't miss anything. I'm going to stop for now so I can get this uploaded to YouTube and you guys can finally get your reading for mid-month February. I'll see you back here in March. From my heart to yours, stay solid, stay true, stay strong, and be courageous. Bye-bye.